Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone in the Quantum Healing Hub on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever and whenever I'm streaming this video. I am super excited. Joanna Chancellor here. Welcome to Thrive Thursday. How is everyone doing? I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join because I know there are quite a few of you interested. I keep looking at myself. I need to remind myself to look in the camera, but say hello if you are watching live, if you are joining live, live, replay if you are catching up on the replay. I am super excited about this live in particular. Topic of money, sacred money, financial abundance, bringing more into your life. And I know this is a subject. Actually, let me know if you can hear me well, first of all, if you can see me well. Afer is watching. Hello, my gorgeous. This is a subject that I kind of felt that it's been coming, and it's something that oh my gosh, is ever so present in all of my programs, all of my coaching sessions, my own life, and generally when I work with women. Okay, so this is hi Naz. This is a subject that needs to be discussed, needs to be spoken, needs to be gone into in so much more detail, and I'm gonna tell you more what's going to happen next in 2 weeks time. Okay, so this kind of little masterclass that I'm doing here on the Thrive Thursday live is going to give you a little pre-intro. Oh, she's in drive safely. Lovely. I don't want any accidents happening on my life. Anyway, tell me how you are, guys. Gosh, I haven't seen some of you for so long. But yeah, money. You know, isn't it funny that women have trouble still with attracting more money, feeling confident with money, feeling comfortable with owning more money, attracting more money, holding on to money, spending money wisely, and managing money wisely. And why is money such a big subject when it comes to health, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to visibility, which is all at core of my work, in all of my teachings and all of my lessons and all of my programs. I help women to reach their full potential. And in order for you to be able to reach your full potential, you need to be comfortable feeling, comfortable. Biliana, hi gorgeous. Oh, so many of you are joining. You need to be comfortable managing, all 5 aspects of you. You need to be able to manage your body physically well. Okay, your body is your foundation. If you're not feeling well, forget it. Your mental health. Okay, right now I know so many women are struggling with their mental health. There are tools and things that you can do to manage your mental health even better. Your emotional health, my God, this is another one. If we constantly react to things versus responding in a calmer, more accepting and forgiving way, shit happens, okay? Shit happens if we can't manage our emotions. And then our spirituality, okay? And I'm not talking about religion. I see it as being connected to something larger than me, something that guides me, something that gives me inspiration, something that just, pushes me from left to the right and kind of leads me on my path onto my own empowerment and my ability to teach other women how to reach the same, okay? And why is money at the core of all of this? Money is at the core of all of this because it allows us to do all of those things. And when we truly allow ourselves to reach our full potential, reach our power without giving constantly it away to others, to situations, to experiences, to beliefs, that's when you can start manifesting more into your life. So although the subject of this life is going to be about money, is about money, what I'm going to go into more details is how you can step into your own power. Because the minute you step into your own power and you allow yourself to find what it is that you are here to do and allow yourself to go in fully into this, that's when money flows effortlessly. when you stop fearing what others say, when you stop giving your emotions to people, when you stop reacting constantly and you claim that power back and you go, I am the source of my own power. That's when the money starts flowing. When you start looking after your body and you say, this is my vehicle that's going to take me throughout my life. I better fucking start looking after it right now. Not when it gets sick, not when the signals are going to get louder and louder and louder that it's going to need doctor's attention. Right now, because I love it, because I cherish it. Okay? Spirituality. Do I trust the divine? God, universe, however it is comfortable for you calling it, I don't really care. As long as you know that there is something outside of you that's protecting you, that's guiding you, and what's the level of faith that you have in that. Okay? So let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so great, 10, oh my god, amazing, money sorted, I'm fine, I don't need to be on this life. Where do you think you are? And this is not being judgmental of yourself in any way. This is just like getting a really good grip of your finances, because guess what? Women are really, really freaking scared of like looking at their finances, looking at their bills, looking at their bank statements, their bank accounts, and going like, shit, oh my god, I'm so much mess. I've got so much debt. I was that person. I was dreading looking into my account on a daily basis. I was like, nah. Now I open my bank account every single day. Every time I get a payment coming in, I say, thank you, more please. Every time I pay a bill, I'm like, thank you so much for allowing me to do this, whatever it is, whether it's a phone, whether it's I'm buying something or electricity. I was like, thank you, universe, for allowing me to do my work through the electricity, and I pay this bill with ease and grace. Where you are on that scale of 1 to 10, and like I said, we're not judging anyone, but this is just like, okay, where am I at really with my finances? Where do I at with me reaching my full potential? Let me know in the comments. And then the second question that I want you to tune into, and I know these comments often come with a little bit of a delay. When I say power, when I say a word power, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when I say word power? And don't filter it. Whatever comes to you first, let me know. Because power often comes with many things attached to it, many beliefs, many projections, many assumptions. Okay, let me know in the comments. Actually, where's my water? Ah, here it is. Because today I'm going to clear a little bit more. It means strength. Okay, what else? What else does it mean for you, Afer? What have we been taught as women that power is? You know, what if we become really, really powerful as women? What in the collective consciousness, religious? Oh, interesting, Biliana. Power. First thing that came up was abuse. Yep. Okay. Give me more, guys. Give me more. What else comes to your mind when you think of power? Because this is actually the thing that stops us and it can block us from owning our true power. If we think that power is abuse, your subconscious believes that if you become powerful with your work, you're actually going to abuse people. Can you imagine that? That's a really, really strong belief. Fear. There we go. Another one. Okay. So yesterday when I was kind of making notes for this live, when I thought of power, and because I've obviously, I've done a lot of work on this, and for me, it actually funny, I've began at the beginning of lockdown last year, when it was such a surreal moment, and I am actually so grateful that it happened to me. I remember I was working on something. I think I was putting together actually my first program, Nourish to Flourish. And I was going from my living room to the kitchen, and in my head, I heard in my mind, power versus force. And I was like, huh? Because I'm very I get all my downloads, all my messages via the auditory way. So I was like, power versus force. And there's a book, I think I've mentioned that already, Hi Pragati, by Dr. David Hawkins, called Power versus Force. You know, what is power and what is force? And what we've been conditioned to believe that power is, pretty much up until now, you know, via society, growing up, etc., is that when we're powerful, that we're actually forcing things onto people. And that couldn't be further from the truth. When you actually work from a powerful place, that's when you're using emotions like love, trust, faith, acceptance, forgiveness. When you're working from the place of force, that's when you are using anger, that's when you're using resentment, that's when guilt, shame, lack of freedom. What's happening in the world right now? Hello, everything is happening forcefully to us. Yes, at the end of the day, we still have a decision to make, but can you see the difference, power versus force? And I'm going to go into a little bit deeper into this, but it's interesting for you guys to, you know, to observe yourself. For whoever who's joined, say hello. When you think of power, what comes to your mind? And when I started connecting the dots and I was like, what is power for me? A power for me is the ability to say no when it's necessary. It's ability to say no because I choose to say no. It's not because I'm doing it for somebody else, okay? Powerful is being able to have the financial resources to invest in myself. Hi, Deborah. Invest in myself, okay? Grow myself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. That's power for me. Power is the ability to go to trust my soul and say, okay, I may not have full resources right now, but I am going to trust that when I commit to doing something, resources will appear. That's the place of power for me right now. And the reason probably why I have grown over so much over the last year, since that message, power versus force, since having invested over £20,000 in myself, the ability to kind of extend my comfort zone to unimaginable limits pushed me to reach my power even more. And what probably I'm about to share in this life may trigger some of you, so I'm warning you, okay? And I hope that it really triggers you in a good way. Really triggers you in a good way, because any financial success, and I want this to sound that, you know, money is not, it's not the ultimate goal. Money is the resource that will enable you, it will allow you to claim your power back. It will allow you to do what you're here to do. Without it, there is no way that you'll be able to do this. So we need to start feeling comfortable with attracting, having, spending, owning, saving, and having fun with money. And that again will come down to 4 major principles that I'm going to share with you in a second. You know how it actually works. How do you get to do this? Money is I found actually a really nice quote. Money is God made visible. Money is God made visible, whatever God means to you. And when you develop a deep sense of trust into inexplicable forces of the universe, everything changes. When you move from the ego, because ego wants to keep us safe. Ego is always going to have that na voice. You're not worthy. You're not pretty. You're not slim enough to do this. Bullshit. Soul always goes, you're more than good enough. You're already enough. There's so much more that you can grow into, but you're already enough. That's the biggest difference. And when you reach that financial success, whatever that means to you, it's actually, it's almost like a personal healing journey that you're going through, okay? It's a transformational journey that you're going through, that you're growing into as a woman, because you are allowing yourself to empower yourself to become all that you're actually meant to be. and why you're being put here on planet Earth. So my question to you is, where are you holding yourself back right now? Where are you scared to claim your power back? What have you been told that you're so afraid to make that next step? Where is it that you're financially feeling uncomfortable? Let me know in the comments. True prosperity, guys, true prosperity, financial, spiritual, mental, emotional, is actually a reflection of your self-love, self-worth, and self-confidence. That's what true prosperity is. Because money is just energy. Money is just, is ability to, yes, to do things. It's not the ultimate goal. Be visible. Yeah. Self-worth, self-love, self-respect, self-acceptance. That's what prosperity is. That's when financial abundance starts coming to you. When you love yourself, when you start loving yourself, when you start respecting yourself, your desires, your truth. When you see the worth that you have, that you've learned over the years, in your talents, in your gifts, whatever it is that you do, guys. Is that hitting home so far? Because for me, for years, for many, many, many years, I had really uncomfortable relationship with money. And why I call it sacred money, because the minute I started this healing journey of inviting more spirituality, emotional balance, mental balance, physically really looking after my body, feeding it the best foods I could possibly give it, that's when this whole financial abundance started coming into my life. That's when I started having ideas for the programs that then enrich lives of many other women. That's when I get amazing results working with people one-to-one. Because what results people get when they are around you, it's not because what you know, guys. It's not what all the skills that you have, all the diplomas that you've earned, all the courses that you've done. No. It's because of who you are. And who you are is the result of what you believe in. Who you are is the result of how you're claiming your power back. If you are claiming your power back, or if you're constantly in the mode of blaming yourself as well as others, whether you are not taking responsibility for where you are in life right now, and I warned you, this life is going to be triggering for some of you. But I'm doing this with love. Too many times I hear when I do discovery calls, so many women tend to blame circumstances on the outside of where they are. It's my partner who's done this to me. It's the government who's not providing enough. It's the corona that is, making us be in a financial depression. It is, it's the food that's poisoned with all of these toxins. And I'm just like, start taking radical responsibility, because guess what? Where you are in life is the result of your actions, your beliefs, your feelings. And when one starts having, and this is going to be painful, when you start doing this, at some point it's going to be like, fuck, how did I allow this to happen? Like, I had a biggest wake-up call, I was like, fuck me, excuse my French, but I was like, whoa. Okay, thank you very much, universe, for that really clear presentation of where I'm at. And guess what? The things that trigger us, they're happening to us for a reason. They're happening for us, actually. The reason why we're being triggered is because there's something that needs to come to the surface for us to become more aware of. Okay? And when it triggers us, that's when it's uncomfortable. But it's often the thing that we really need to hear the most right now. Okay? So, the limitless power, not the fear, not the abuse, is actually the God's gift for you, okay? Because this is actually who you are, who you've come here to be, and anything that you believe the opposite is just something that somebody else told you that you are, and you decided to take it as truth. So by reclaiming your power back, and I'm going to share with you in a second how you can do that, that's when you'll be able to maximize your wealth. Your physical, mental, emotional, financial, spiritual wealth. Next, when you learn how to experience actually money for yourself, how to enjoy it, how to use it wisely, how to spend it, how to keep it, when you actually educate yourself financially, how to be good with money, that's when everything changes again. When you learn how to overcome resistance to attracting more money, because money, in some cases, many people have beliefs that money is bad. Money is the root of all evil. Only wealthy people are bad. That money equals my power be taken away. Money equals selfishness. Those are some of the deep subconscious beliefs that many women have without even realizing. And like, I was actually looking at some of the beliefs that were coming up for me last night. I was like, gosh, let me tune into this. There are beliefs in our collective consciousness that money is actually power sacred to most men and foreign to women. And look at the setup of, let's say, the current family unit. Who can teach us how to be good with money? Financial advisor. That's one of probably the people, yeah. But I say I would learn how to do it first by myself. Before reaching to a financial advisor. Okay, I would study all the books about financial intelligence via books, and I'm actually reading one at the moment, which is amazing. Power is control, domination, backstabbing, battling for positions, acting like a bitch, turning into a male clone. That is so true right now. Look at the financial market, for example. It's predominantly filled with men that are hungry for more, men that are eager to, backstab each other. We were taught as women to stay at home, raise children, and whenever we do the opposite and we actually become more and become more entrepreneurial and want to start running our own businesses, we are told that we are often selfish. When are you going to have kids? When are you going to stop focusing just on your business, and when are you going to have kids? That was my mom years ago, until I finally had a conversation with her, and I said, don't worry, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. And actually, she's one of the women that taught me financial independence, okay? To never, ever be in a position when my power isn't completely in the hands of another man. Not because it's not safe, not because I can't trust it, but because she taught me how to be independent by myself, and then form a beautiful relationship, beautiful union of us two, where we're both independent, where I don't have to ask anyone for money. Whatever I want to do, I'm the source of my own power. And when I, create a beautiful relationship with my partner, we're doing it both ways. Okay? The next one. If you're powerful, you're egoistical and self-directed. To enjoy power, I must control people. That was a big one. Look at all the lifestyle magazine, guys. All the comedies. They paint this picture of women in power, scaring men away, being intimidating and unattractive. Teaching men that women who are powerful, women who are earning more than men, are going to intimidate men. But guess what? Only men who are weak emotionally, mentally, could be intimidated by a woman who's earning more. Men who are open to growing at the same time will be inspired by you, will be asking you questions, will be wanting to hear your experience, your guidance, will be so sexually attracted to you, it's beyond real. I never thought that this would happen, but it is happening, and it feels amazing, guys. It feels amazing. your partner is sexually attracted to you. Not because of just, who you are as a physical body, but because he sees you at this unique, divine human being that is able to provide for herself and still leaves that room open for him to come in like, I've got this babe as well. That's a completely different story, okay? So women often end up believing that it's actually unsafe. It's unsafe to have money. It's unsafe to have all the power because I may end up being disliked. I may end up being rejected. I may end up not fitting in. So what they end up doing? We would rather be liked than powerful, okay? And we give our power away. And then a financial struggle comes in, the frustration comes in, you're trying to do the work, you're trying to share your passion, but deep down inside, on the deep subconscious level, there are beliefs about the power that are blocking you from doing that. And what's going to happen is like, I want it, but it's not happening. At the core root of this is probably beliefs about power, okay? And I'm going to share soon what's going to happen in a couple of weeks for those of you who want to go into this subject a lot more, because this is a whole masterclass on this. But essentially, there is no need, guys, to learn through pain. One of my coaches often used to say, you can share your passion in poverty or style. Which one do you choose? And I'm like, hell freaking yeah, I'm gonna go with style, okay? I'm going to go with style. Poverty is not needed. When I look at what really frustrates me, and this is another lesson for me to go into as well. What really frustrates me looking at what's happening in the world right now with all the hunger that's happening, with, some of the wars, some of whatever that's really, really happening. There are people in the world who have got so much power, who have so much money, and yet nothing is done about things. And this is what's really triggering me at the moment. And I'm like, how can we change this? How can we work together? This, regardless of what our beliefs about certain things are. How can we work more together to actually make the world a better place? And women, with our feminine power, with our loving, nurturing and caring energy, we could do so much more than men are able to do. Men are predominantly driven by completely different energies, aspects than women are. And that's why I am so passionate about helping you to get more visible, more confident, proud of who you are, proud of the message that you are carrying, proud of the message that you want to share, so that we can make this tidal wave of transformation in the world and make it actually a better place for yourself, for your children, for your family, and for others. So what are the 4 core principles that you can start implementing to be able to change that? First one, if you want to write this down, financial well-being is essential to achieving your greatness. Financial well-being is essential, like it's a must in achieving your greatness. And that's really pursuing the mission, the purpose, the vision of who you are here to be, okay? And you cannot do that by struggling financially, okay? You cannot do that if you're struggling to make your ends meet. It was very difficult to reach that because you constantly have that, oh, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. Do you think I could afford £20,000 investment last year? To pay it all one go? Hell no. Did it scare the shit out of me? Hell yes. Did it push me beyond my perspectives of what's possible? Hell yes. Did it open up another ways of thinking? Yes. And this is what my coach said to me, which was really, really powerful. Because I used to be that person years ago, guys. I used to go into, let me see what this person is doing. Let me see what this person is doing. Free. I just wanted to do free stuff. And I realized that if I was never, ever able to invest in myself, and I was just looking out for free stuff, What was the outcome of that going to be? How much is that free stuff going to push me outside of my comfort zone? How much is that free stuff going to stretch me? The matter of fact was very, very little. Yes, it gave me some awarenesses, but nothing stretched me as much as that £20,000 investment. Nothing pushed me to beyond my limit, where I was literally so physically contracted and scared I couldn't sleep. I literally couldn't sleep for the first 2 nights, guys. I was like, what the fuck have I done? And I was like, actually getting goosebumps right now when I think of it. I was ready to send an email. I'm like, no, this is a mistake. No, I can't do this. Like, how the fuck am I going to pay $1,500 a month for a coach? And I was like, chill the fuck out. Chill. And I just, somewhere there, my soul just went, chill. It's going to be okay. You needed this. You need this. This is a must. This is essential for you to be able to grow into the person that you told me a year ago that you want to become. The mission, the vision that you have for these women and for yourself. This is a must for you. And don't get me wrong, like from going and investing £20,000 in myself throughout the years, I made other investments. I mean, probably by now, I think for my own self-development, I could have bought a house for that. 2 houses by now, guys. I've probably spent over £70,000 to £80,000 on my self-development. And when I say that, £70,000 to £80,000, and I'm like, wow, how awesome is that? That I decided to pay so much respect, so much love, so much belief in myself and invest in myself. And that's the reason why I am where I am today. So the freebie seeking is going to give you a very little thing in return, guys. This is the perspective that needs to change if you want to be in a position where money is no longer an issue, when health is no longer an issue, when you are in a place of like, yeah, I've got an income coming in, and that enables me to do more content, that enables me to build memberships that women can now join, that enables me to do Facebook ads that I can reach to more people. So for me, money is just energy that I'm using to create more stuff for myself and for others. Let me see the comments. Depends how you phrase it. Babies bring abundance. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. 100%. But it's often, like, this is, I hear you, Biliana, but what I also see at the same time is that when women have children, it's very, very few that still, and I know this is going to bite me in the ass when I have my own kid. For now, my intention is like, I know this is going to be like, yeah, listen to that lie from 3 years ago. Because when children come in, they really take so much of your attention and your energy. And here it is. Look, if you're in a financial position to be able to have help, amazing, because that's when you can do this at the same time. And if you're not as lucky, not as privileged, it becomes a little bit more challenging, right? If you haven't got that level of support, maybe from your family, from nannies or au pairs, whatever. But that financial well-being is really essential to achieving your greatness. Second one, your financial situation, your financial foundations is only as strong as your integrity. Your financial foundation situation is only as strong as your individual internal integrity. And what do I mean by that? How much do you stick to your words? How much, when you say that you are going to do something, when you've made a decision, how much do you stick to that? How much do you stick to your truth, your internal truth, your beliefs? Or do you tend to be flexible, molding into other people's expectations, other people's dreams, When you go like, I really, really want this, but that person wants me to do this. So because I'm a people pleaser, I'm going to do this. That's not acting from your integrity. The moment you start investing, universe knows you are serious. Oh my God, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more on this. I couldn't agree more on this. What integrity also actually means, when you look at the definition of it in Latin, that means your wholeness. Sorry, that's my stomach rumbling. Your wholeness, your entirety, okay? So if there are parts of you when you go like, I'm shit at this, I'm shit at that, my body is just, my body is disgusting. How can I accept myself? No, I'm not a good person. No, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too that. That's not accepting your wholeness. That's not being integral with yourself. When there is so much self-doubt, shame and guilt about yourself, that's not working. That's not operating from your wholeness, guys. When you really honor your deepest truth and aspirations and desires, and your actions and your words reflect that, that's when you're working and you're acting from integrity, okay? But when you're not being true to yourself, you're making excuses, you're rationalizing your behavior or behavior of others, and you're not really following up on what you've promised yourself to do, that's when you're giving your power away. That's when your power, your energy is being drained. Okay? Number 3, power demands responsibility. Power demands responsibility. And this can be really, really painful, guys. I still need to work on myself as I'm a people pleaser. Yeah, many people are, because that's how they've learned that by pleasing other people, they get love, they get attention, they get approval. And it's just a case. Afa, you need to catch up on, if you haven't had a chance, Afa is a part of the Body Beautiful program. On our call from Monday, I spoke deeply about this, okay? When you're aware that you are a people pleaser, and you know how to change that belief, which I teach you in Body Beautiful, you can literally just go and like, okay, I choose differently now. That is no longer serving me. I've learned that I can also receive love, attention, and approval by reacting and behaving completely differently. Okay? Yeah, you need to catch up on this. It's the last call is brilliant. So here it is, guys. Power demands responsibility. Is you having the ability, you having the balls to go sit in front of the mirror and say, no one is doing anything to me. Nothing is happening to me. I am doing this all because of myself. Everything that's happened to me is my own responsibility. My own freaking responsibility. At some level, I allowed this to happen. At some point, I didn't say no. At some point, I chose to please others instead of pleasing myself. That's radical responsibility, guys. If you're in debt, and I actually don't want to talk about debt as being a bad thing, because if you're, let's say, using credit cards to, which I actually happy am still, okay, 0% credit cards. If you're using it for your own development and you're able to make payments on time, great. That's another way of the universe using the financial thing to grow, okay? But when you are constantly using debt to buy stuff that you don't need, to spend money on things that you don't need, there's a problem, guys. And you're not owning it, there's a problem, okay? No one is doing it to me. I am doing this to myself. Therefore, and this is the powerful, wow, that is so powerful, Deborah. Yeah. If you're saying that to yourself, there's a really big power in here as well, because if you know that you're doing this to yourself, that no one is doing it to you, you also have a power to change it. You also have a power to change it. Yeah, there are different types of debit. Yep, credit cards can be blessing. 0% for 24 months is a flipping blessing. At some point, I didn't say no. Yes, at some point, gosh, however many times I didn't say no, guys. However many times I didn't say no. So every time you blame someone, you blame something, you blame external circumstances, that's when you're giving your power away, okay? Allowing another person to decide for you, that's when you're giving your power away. Hoping and waiting that the government will save us, that the government will make this coronavirus situation better. Let me tell you, it ain't gonna happen unless you claim it. It ain't going to happen unless you go, F this shit. Done. I'm done. I'm gonna make this happen, guys. And the last one, power comes from two sources, guys. Power comes from two sources. Either fear or love. As simple as that. Ego is the voice of fear. Soul is the source of love. As simple as that. Ego is the voice that always comes first. That always goes, nah, it's impossible. No, I can't do this. No, this, no, that, no, this, no, that. Shut up. Okay? It's the one that will always want to keep you safe. What was my soul trying to do last year? It wanted me to grow. So it said, yes, you will need to make £20,000 investment in yourself, because that's the way, my love, that you're going to grow into a beautiful person that you are today. That's how we do it. We're not going to get it for free. We're not going to get it for free. In order to have something in return, you need to give something as well, guys. Energy, time, financial investment, it doesn't work free. It just doesn't. Okay? Ego will keep you in fear. It will want to keep you safe. It all will always focus on your flaws, your mistakes, your failures, your bad traits, your bad character traits, your physical traits. It will always focus on that. Soul instead will always tell you and whisper to you how beautiful, how powerful, how magnetic, how amazing, how... Oh, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying that. The soul will always remind you of that. And the only way that you can really hear the soul is when you become silent. When you allow the ego to have a chatter and you're like, yep, thank you very much for that information. Off you go. When you quiet in your mind, when you tune into your desires, when you really ask yourself, what is it truly that I desire? Ava, that's another, it's in the call for you to catch up, and for everyone else. If you want to join, I'm sharing in a second what's going to happen. When you go into that quietness, that's why I really like, for you, it may come as in these videos that, you know, that I'm a chatterbox, that I'm this, but I'm actually an introvert, big time. I love spending time by myself. I love journaling, I love reading, I love meditating. I love my friends too, but I'm really able to recharge myself when I'm alone. And I love that. I love when I actually sit and do nothing and ideas come to me and I write them down. I'm not sure what I truly desire. There you go, Pragati. That's the first thing that you ought to start with, okay? And I teach that in actually all of my programs, both the self-study, one-to-one, the group coaching programs. First thing, what do you desire? And if you're not sure what you desire, you're never going to get it, right? Because if you don't know what you want, then the universe goes, well, remain the same, right? The ego will always tell you that you're reactive. Okay, it will always trigger you to react to things emotionally, and you go, "Oh my God, this is like you're getting angry, getting frustrated." That's the ego. The soul will always look at situations that are happening, people that are coming into your life, things that are being said to you, Facebook Lives that you get triggered, as your mirror, as your lesson, as something that you need to be exposed to go like, wake up. Wake up. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming outside circumstances of yourself for where you are, and start taking responsibility. Okay? Stop saying the excuses. I can't. How can I? How can I is my, when my ego goes, you can't, I'm like, shut up. How can I? Simple. How can I? I quiet in my mind. I'm like, okay, what could I do? I could start feeling differently. I could visualize. I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. And all of a sudden, all the things, all the solutions start coming to me. I'm like, wow, I never thought it could be done this way. Yeah? See everything as a mirror, as a teacher, as a gift. So even if you're struggling right now, see it as a gift, but don't dwell too much in it. Take responsibility. Do something about changing that. And this is what I wanted to invite those of you who have been thinking about joining Grow Beautifully membership, because actually next month on the 15th, this is where our next call. This month is going to be epic. Actually, this month, September, we are diving deep into wealth consciousness, sacred money, and connecting to your power, getting your power back. So if you wanted to join Grow Beautifully membership, then this is going to be a perfect opportunity, perfect time, taking the teachings from this Facebook Live even deeper. I mean, I've literally just scratched the surface of what I've shared with you today. We are going to go into much more depth into how to set yourself vibrationally, how to program your mind to feel at peace with money, how to release the beliefs, which I briefly mentioned today, could be potentially affecting you. We're going to do a lot of muscle testing of many, many other beliefs about money that you may not be even aware of, that are deep in your subconscious. Okay? And on top of that, there's going to be a beautiful gift for whoever joins in September. I am going to reveal that gift on the 1st. Actually, no, sorry, on the 31st of September. This is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. You may have noticed that I've been speaking a lot about self-love. So for anyone who joins Grow Beautifully, within the annual subscription, there is going to be a beautiful gift. So you can wait until the 31st. Okay, it's going to be awesome. I mean, I've actually had this divine guidance and inspiration and an intuitive hint to do this for you guys. You are going to absolutely love it. But I'm going to keep you excited for a few more days. Going to keep you excited, and you're absolutely gonna love the gift that is going to come with the annual subscription to Grow Beautifully membership. But yeah, if you want to just drop down the date for the next call, it is happening on the 15th of September, which is a Wednesday at 6:30. We're going to dive deeper into sacred money, diving deeper in the principles, and I'll also teach you action steps that you can start taking in order to start changing all of these beliefs and start claiming your power back. So let me know in the comment, what was the biggest takeaway from this live? Okay, what was your biggest oh, wow, this is really powerful. This really hit me. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if this was helpful, if this was eye-opening. And yeah, if you do want to join Grow Beautifully, wait for the announcement on the 31st. Mark your date in the calendar for the 15th of September. This month's content is going to be absolutely epic, okay? But let me know your biggest takeaway, and then we're going to wrap up. Oh, good, only 20 minutes. Yay! I'm getting better and better at this. Not keeping these lives long. Let me just see if I haven't missed any comments. There are different, I think I saw that. Different debt of credit cards can be such a blessing. If I still need to work, okay, I saw that, sorry. If So true about the free, yes. And don't get me wrong, how much free content have I already, how much free content have I already put out here? My YouTube, my Instagram, my podcast. I have no problem with, with providing people with free stuff. The bigger transformation really happens when you fully commit to go deeper. Okay, let me see. Deborah, I said it already. At some point I didn't say no, or perhaps said yes when it should have been no. Yes. Looking for books on financial intelligence. Yeah, there's loads, Bragatti. So have a good look on Google. One that is really good is oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't have it here. It's by Marianne Williamson, and it's the laws of divine prosperity. Yeah, laws of divine prosperity. Healing is a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. I love this. Healing, do you know what? Healing is actually never ending, Aoife. Healing is never ending. It's a process that just continues, and it expands you, it grows you. And I'm constantly healing. I see it as a process of expansion, process of growth. Healing is not like, yeah, I'm here, I'm finished, done. Yeah, I never have to do it again. Because our soul is ever growing, ever expanding. It never ceases to want to create. Okay, all right then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be posting an announcement on the 31st about details on how you can join Grow Beautifully membership in September. Attend the call and receive a beautiful gift. You're going to love it. I'm so excited. All right then. Mwah. Love you lots. And thank you so much for showing up. You're very welcome, Deborah. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you very soon. Mwah. Bye.